By the early part of this millennium, the mountain biking scene in South Africa was limited to a few short single-day races scattered sparingly across the calendar. By 2002, cycling enthusiasts had already ticked off all possible challenges. And in this sports-mad culture, riders were crying out for a new one. They wanted more. Meanwhile, a South African management consultant based in London was lying on a beach in Costa Rica, having just completed La Ruta de los Conquistadores stage race. It was Kevin Vermaak's light bulb moment. Why not host a stage race along the beautiful garden route from Knysna to Cape Town?
I'd always loved adventure mountain biking, and so when I finished the Ruta way back in 2002 and realized there was a chance to combine my love of mountain biking with my creative business ideas, it was a done deal, and I was booking my ticket back to Cape Town. From the time I finished the Ruta to sitting down in Cape Town at a desk was just less than 3 months.
Within months, he'd resigned from his job, registered the first Cape Epic logo, and packed up his life in the United Kingdom. He travelled to mountain bike races across South Africa and the world to personally market the race. When online registration opened, Vermaak sat up at midnight and watched the numbers tick over every minute as the entries filled up. After 3 days, the race was sold out. Vermaak hired a core team, and from scratch they laid out the template that would define the future of the race's logistics. He buried himself in the event, working 7 days a week, sleeping sparingly. On the 28th of February 2004, 550 riders from 20 countries set off from Knysna, the jewel of the garden route, on a 788-kilometre journey with 17,380 metres of climbing, twice the height of Mount Everest. Their final destination, Spear Wine Estate in Stellenbosch. After the early morning start, riders pedalled out of Knysna. Reaching the first climb out of town, these riders in that first edition were the first to get a taste of the future challenges of the Absa Cape Epic. This was to become the traditional start for the next 5 years. The 2004 edition, like the few to follow, was characterized by long, open dust roads. First crossing the Klein Karoo, visiting Carletsdorp, Riversdale and Swellendam. The riders then headed towards the winelands, staying a night each in Greyton, Franschhoek and Stellenbosch. Logistics crews put up and broke down 750 tents every day. This gargantuan task was never to be repeated, with a slick leapfrog strategy in place the following year. German mountain bike stage race star Karl Platt and top-ranked World Cup marathon supremo Mani Heymans from Namibia dominated the event, with a strong challenge from all South African teams Jacques Rousseau and Shan Wilson. The race's first South African stage winners came on stage 5, with Rousseau and Wilson triumphant in Greyton. But the experience and firepower of the international stars prevailed in the end, and Platt and Heymans took victory at the inaugural race. Platt would go on to win 3 more editions in 2007, 2009 and 2010. He remains the most successful rider to date.
I remember quite well, it was 2004, Mani Heymans, my riding partner from 2003 in the Transalp, said to me after the year, hey, there's a new mountain bike stage race in South Africa, maybe we want to do it together. And I said, oh cool, I've never been in South Africa and I want to go there. So that was the first contact with the Absa Cape Epic. The race has become to the Tour de France of mountain biking, and it gets bigger and bigger every year. And now this year we are at the 10th edition, and I think it's going to be very special.
Despite the great distances, grueling climbs and abysmal conditions on stage 4 into Swellendam, in which competitors and machines were tested in the cold and the rain, riders and indeed spectators were inspired after crossing the line at Spear Wine Estate. Online entries for the following year's race opened later that year in June, and within 5 hours the slots had sold out. The Cape Epic bug had bitten.